Hello, my friends. It's Jory with the Blissful Knowing, numerologist, happiness coach, and intuitive counselor, here with what feels to me like it's going to be a brief weekly guidance live stream, but we'll see. It's a very quiet live stream. In fact, I didn't even go onto my, I have a live stream group where I normally tell people that I'm going to come on. Hi, Liz. Yay. And I normally give them advance notice I'm going to come on, and I just didn't even feel inspired to do that because I was still teetering on whether or not I was going to come on. That's how quiet and introverted the energies are right now. Mercury Retrograde started today, and I just felt that even though the energies are super introverted, I felt the importance of me coming on to reiterate a lot of what I talked about last Friday, which is all of the energies that are influencing us right now. I think it's so important that we have an awareness of them so that we can behave accordingly, I guess, or that we can give ourselves, so that we can flow with the energies instead of going against the grain. And, sometimes I know that I'm a highly sensitive person when it comes to shifts in energy, so I can feel things that a lot of people probably can't feel. And the metaphor I was given today by my guides was that it's as if I have a crayon box that's maybe 88 or 100 and whatever different color crayons, where a lot of people may just have a standard crayon box of 4 red, yellow, green, blue, or maybe 12 colors of crayons in their box, 12 crayons. So they may say, oh, it's just a red day. And I may say, oh, no, I'm seeing this color and this color and this color. I'm feeling this energy and this energy and this energy. And as we ascend, that is one of the, I don't even want to use the word symptoms, but that is something that more and more people will begin to experience, which is to be more sensitive to frequency, energy, vibration, feeling when something's off, feeling when somebody's maybe not on your vibrational range, feeling that energetic discord. And so feeling these subtle shifts in energy is very much the norm for me and has been for many years. And so I had to question, maybe it's just me feeling all this stuff, but I actually did have a call with one of my clients earlier today who's extremely extroverted, and she is definitely feeling it too. And I was speaking with a friend this morning who's also feeling it. So I felt like I need to come on and remind you guys that we're in a very, very quiet energy, very introverted energy, very internal time of personal reflection. And there is some emotional detachment. There is some lack of clarity. From a numerology perspective, again, I would recommend that you guys watch my live stream from last Friday because I went into all the details. But it's about, the energies are 7 and 1. So we have emotional hermit, contemplation, spending time in nature, meditating, being very quiet, solitude, questioning things, soul searching, digging deep, and also really needing to keep the faith. And then we have the 1 energy, which is about being independent, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, asking yourself, who am I? What do I want? What's important to me? So those energies together are very much not, I wrote this in my numerology post, which I'll try to link again in the comments, are not about other people. This is about you. It's about you and being alone with yourself and figuring things out, pondering. Last month was a lot about giving your energy out to other people. And so I felt the importance of coming on and telling you guys, I know society thinks we're antisocial or, introverts, blah, whatever. It's so important that we take time to go within, to shut out the outside world and really go within. And I did mention last Friday also that is another important practice for this ascension that we're all going through, is to be able to take the time, and this is something that I've been doing for years again also, is recognizing the importance of self-care. Because I will get burnt out because the work that I do is constantly helping other people with their problems, which I absolutely love. I can't tell you how passionate I am about helping people find peace and clarity. It is absolutely what drives me. It's what gets me excited to wake up every day. But there's something called healer's burnout, and we have to make sure that we're balanced and that our energy fields are clear. So for me, this is something that I'm used to, but a lot of people, society teaches us it's selfish to take care of ourselves or to put ourselves first. And really it's about self-preservation. So people don't take the time out to get quiet. People don't take the time out to prioritize their own needs. And this is what this energy is for. It's for rejuvenation. And I'm just speaking from numerology. I haven't even touched on the astrology components, which I'm not an astrologist, but I mean, there definitely are some strong components that are making things even more amplified right now. So it's okay to take time for yourself, and it's actually the best thing you can do for your health. It's actually the best thing you could do for others, because you're filling up your cup so you have something to offer others. And we need to balance doing with being. And this month is about being more than it is about doing. We're going into an 8-month next month, August, which is all action, all doing. And the energy is also 2 next month, which is about being with others. So this month, we're being called to spend some time alone. And I wanted to let you know that so that you can prepare, which is why I came on last week too, to discuss it. You can plan accordingly. Lighten your social calendar if you can. I actually ended up canceling all of my social interactions this month so far. All of them. Because I was like, I have to flow with what feels right, and what feels right to just to be alone right now. So relationships are taking a back seat. And I think if you can understand that this is energetic and it's not a personal thing, if you can explain, it's nothing to do with you. I just feel I need to take some time to find some balance. It's important. It's very much important. If you don't do that, then you're going to be so exhausted next month, because next month can be taxing as it is. So take the time now to rejuvenate, fill up your cup, get quiet, unplug. I would have totally spent today unplugging, but I felt it was so important to come on and let you guys know what's happening. And I will be unplugging as soon as I unplug. But I'm going to pull some cards. It's funny, I actually have a bunch of cards that I wanted to even tell you are the themes for right now, but we'll see if they come up in the reading. Really quickly touching on the astrology. Let me see if I can do that while we're shuffling. We'll see if we can do 4 cards from the Bliss deck and then our focus cards from the other 2 decks. All of these decks are available on theblissfulknowing.com. Anyway, so astrology-wise, we had an eclipse on July 2nd, and I've mentioned a couple times in these last few live streams, hi Sarah, that the eclipse can bring things up to the surface to be looked at. Some people say that the eclipse is like closing a door to a life and opening a door to another life. There's a lot of different theories with each eclipse and with each retrograde, and I'm not an astrologist, so there's many opinions out there and you can do some research. But today started Mercury retrograde, and we've been in the shadow period, I think, for these last 3 weeks. It does affect technology, communication, clarity, and we did have that big Facebook and Instagram issue where people couldn't load their photos, and I thought, oh, that's very retrograde. And then yesterday I had problems with my internet all day. I thought, okay, that's very retrograde. But again, the energies of the numerology are saying it's time to unplug. So I said, okay, this is just another way that the universe is telling me to unplug. So also with retrograde, we get people from the past coming back. Whoops, that one went flying. And I saw it, darn it. We get old patterns coming back from the past, or opportunities to respond differently than we would have in the past. So definitely my advice would be slow down and reflect before responding. The card that's coming to my mind, and I will see if it comes through in this reading, is take a step back. This is really an opportunity to take a step back. I also feel called to say that things may show up more in your dreams. I've noticed that my dreams have been very telling. There's a lot of overthinking energy. So I've been using the Bach Flower Essence's White Chestnut, which is the flower essence for when you have repetitive thoughts going round and round in your head. That one's been helping me. And I've also been using, I don't know if it's called clematis or I don't know how to say it, Clematis, which is about being present in the moment. So when we get overthinking, we get caught up in our head, we need to be bringing it back into the present moment. Can you hear in my tone of voice, guys? There's very little inflection. The emoji that keeps coming up for me when I think about this retrograde eclipse and introverted numerology is that the smiley face with the zipper is not smiling. It's just the face with the zipper. That's how I feel. I feel like I could go on a silent retreat this whole month. I really feel like I could do it, which is complete polar opposite of who I am, because y'all know I'm very chatty. But it's like the seriousness, like I feel like my face doesn't want to, it's like a stoic, detached, non-emotional, zen and tranquil, but almost, a little bit serious energy happening. There we go. There's a smile. We'll do a hair fluff. Let's see if that helps. Okay, so we've got our 4 cards, and then we've got our 2 focus cards. So let's see what the cards have to tell us, what the guides have to say. And then if I feel I need to go over some of those other ideas that I was thinking before I came on, then we'll do that real quick. All right, so what we have, this is the guidance for this coming week. What we have, you deserve good things. Now this one already, I'm getting an impression this is about us being in our 1 month. So what is important to us? What are we prioritizing? And knowing that we're worthy and we do deserve the things that we want. The 7 energy is that contemplation. So it is asking us, what do we really, really want? What do we really want? And I talked last week about wanting what you need and handing it over to the universe and having faith and saying, I know you're keeping track of my preferences, so I don't really have to figure this out. But a lot of things have been coming up again with the eclipse. Things are coming up to the surface that need to be looked at. So if there are things that you're not preferring and they're coming up in your life, that should give you some clarity about what you do prefer. And I know that that's been happening for me. What's really important to me? That's been a question. And I know what's really important to me when it comes to my work. This work is probably, I want to say the most important thing, but I should say that my children are the most important thing to me. But being able to help everyone expand on a spiritual level has been incredibly fulfilling, and it is definitely my heart's desire to be a spiritual messenger and to help everyone with a shift in consciousness to find more peace and to get to know themselves on a deeper level. So, but there are other things, and on a more personal level, that I've come to realize that I can't deny that are really important to me. And before I was able to kind of push them aside and say, oh, no, that's not that big of a deal. And now they're really front row and center there because the eclipse has uprooted. And it's interesting because we had a little earthquake here the other day. I'm sure you guys probably heard about that. And I think about unearthing and the earth quaking open and things being exposed. Fortunately, I didn't have anything like that. It was just more of a gentle rocking. It was a very fascinating experience. Only my second earthquake that I've experienced. The first one was like 20 years ago. I woke up in the middle of the night and thought there was a ghost in my room because the bed was shaking, and I found out it was an earthquake. But this was like a gentle rock, and it was very, very interesting sensation. Anyway, so things are coming up that we have to look at, and they're helping us to better know ourselves, to better understand what our priorities are. So you deserve good things is reminding us that it's okay to have priorities. It's okay to want what's important to you. So let me read this. Let go of guilt and unworthiness. They only block the good things that life wants to bring you. You've done nothing wrong, and you are worthy simply because you exist. Jealousy and envy are indicators that you have a false belief about your ability to attract the happiness that others have. Everyone has a divine birthright to abundance. Open your arms and allow life's gifts to be delivered. They are waiting just around the corner, but you must be home to open the door and receive them. Now, a couple things are coming to mind. Let go of guilt and unworthiness, especially when it comes to carving out time for yourself, even if that means you have to cancel plans. You deserve to take care of yourself. You deserve downtime. You deserve to put yourself first. Now, the other thing is talking about open your arms and allow life's gifts to be delivered. So we know that life's keeping track of our preferences and wants to bring us all kinds of wonderful things. We're going into August later. I'm already fast forwarding past this month because this whole month is retrograde. Retrograde literally ends on July 31st. August is about manifesting, so in abundance. So there's things that are waiting on the other side of this while we contemplate what it is that we want. We've got to open ourselves up to allow the universe to bring those things to us, those things that we are learning to prioritize. We're learning what's important to us. So that's what we have. You deserve good things. You know, I didn't even get my little, that was easy. Okay, so that's what we have. We are worthy. We are worthy of living a life that works for us, where we can prioritize ourselves and the things that are important to us. Okay, what we want. This will be interesting. Believe in miracles. Oh, this one has come up quite a few times lately. And I think that's really important actually right now, because the 7 energy is about keeping the faith. And again, having faith that the universe is keeping track of our preferences and that the universe can deliver the things that are important to us. And during this time we might feel a little bit confused. It's just a good reminder that there's a lot going on behind the scenes. That if we can just relax into it and trust that things will unfold in the direction of our desires. So believe in miracles says, miracles are not a rare occurrence. They are the natural order of things. They surround you like beautiful floating bubbles that can burst into your reality at any given moment. Do not underestimate life's ability to surprise and delight you. Remain open to miracles and know that life is conspiring in your favor. Miracles have been defined as a shift in perception. Ask to see the situation differently and notice the gifts that occur as a result of your new perspective. So we're shifting our perception. We want to shift our perception. We don't want to feel like things aren't working. If they feel a little bit strange right now, that's okay. It's all part of the process. It's a contraction before the expansion. And that's just the natural rhythm, like our lungs, like the waves of the ocean. We contract and expand. So right now we're going within. We're kind of asking ourselves what's important. And then we'll go back out. So taking that time again is critical right now. Carve out time for quietude and solitude. What we need, here's our advice card. Mission accomplished. Okay. These cards are definitely not what I was planning for us. Congratulations are in order. You have come so far and learned so much. Take some time to reflect back on all you have become. Now that you have made such beautiful progress, it's time to take things to the next level. Although a cycle is now complete, a new chapter awaits you with open arms. Give yourself the credit you deserve for all of your growth and carry this newly found confidence with you always. Now, this is talking to me about the fact that we have one energy of new beginning and that there is a mission accomplished. We have to recognize that we kind of moved on from a phase in our lives. So I do feel like there were definitely some endings in June, some chapters that closed, and it's time to take things to the next level, meaning those things that are important to us that we deserve, it's time for us to open ourselves up to that next level of experience. So this is reminding us there's new things waiting for us. We've done a lot of good work. Mission accomplished also makes me feel like with the energies right now, it's time to take a little rest period because we've accomplished so much that it's okay now to have stillness, and then we'll be starting a whole new chapter with new things coming. So that's how I'm interpreting it today because of the energies. The energies are really not action-based. So this is like, hey, you guys, pat on the back, high five, you did great work. Take some time off now to rest and reflect back on everything you've accomplished. and know that there's going to be a next level. And with ascension, that's what it is. We're always moving our way up. We're raising our frequency. And the more we raise our frequency, the faster we vibrate, the faster we manifest. That's how it works. So this is talking about kind of that in-between stage of, we just did a lot, but there's more coming. So that's why it's so important to rest and rejuvenate now. Very interesting cards today. Okay, last card, what we get. Ooh, you are a healer. I love this one. This one's been coming up quite a bit. And what I'm hearing already is this is about personal healing, healing yourself, taking that time for yourself. And knowing that this situation, having the faith that this situation is going to be healed. Again, with the 7 energy, it's about keeping the faith, because we really can't see, and that's what a faith is, blind faith. We really, really can't see what's coming. Why can't I find the darn card? Here it is. And I want to reiterate what I've been saying all these live streams, which is our physical mind. Do you know, this is interesting. Our physical mind has never had a single idea. Not one idea. The physical mind doesn't conceive. Our physical mind perceives what is happening and what has happened, but it cannot see what's going to happen. It just has this tunnel vision thing. There's so much going on behind the scenes that our higher self is fully orchestrating. And we have to just surrender and release the control over to the higher self, who has all the control. So we still have control. We don't want to stress the physical mind, and the physical mind can't figure this out. So that's where you feel the stress, because you're trying to figure it out with the wrong part of your brain instead of saying, hey, higher self's got this, we're good. So the situation can be healed, but part of healing is taking care of yourself. The huge part of healing is taking care of yourself. So that's the biggest thing that's coming through today, and this is why I had to come on, is to tell you guys, it's okay. Give yourself permission. It's critical that you carve out time for yourself this month. You are a healer. This is not so much about personal healing, but today I feel like it's saying that we are going to work on healing ourselves. We've got 7 energy, detoxification. I've been eating a ton of raw veggies, big salads with sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds in every color of the rainbow, just in craving a lot of nutrient-dense foods. 1, self-care. 7, detoxification. You are a healer. You have the ability to soothe and uplift those around you. Do not underestimate the positive impact you have on this world. It is so much greater than you realize. Know that your mere presence is a gift to those around you. When you combine the power of your loving energy with an intention of serving others, your contributions to the universe are immeasurable. Appreciate yourself and know that you can make a difference. Again, this card's about giving out to others. It's about just being and letting your energy beam, but this is a time for us to take care of ourselves. So I feel like when we take care of ourselves, when we prioritize self-care, then we are in the right frequency where we can be of service to others. But we have to fill up our own cups first. So you have to heal yourself before you can heal others. It's like the airplane, put your oxygen mask on before you put it on everybody else. So this reading, my ego is like, this reading is whack. That's what my ego is saying. It likes to judge. It's like, this reading doesn't make any sense compared to what you wanted to say, because my ego wants to control everything. But these are the cards that wanted to come through. So hopefully when I watch the replay, it'll make more sense. And again, we have to let the energies of the week play out. But I think it's just saying, don't panic. The situation's going to be healed. Don't worry. Everything is working in divine order, even though things might feel a little bit confusing right now. Let's do the focus cards, and then I feel like I need to go over some of those other cards that were important for the themes of this month. Our focus card from the heart deck. There it is again, healing. There it is. Healing again, self-care. Self-care and letting go of guilt. I just keep hearing that one over and over, and that's the first line of that first card. don't feel bad for taking care of yourself. Society has us believing that we are selfish for taking care of ourselves, and it's just ass backwards. Do your best. It's hard to communicate during this time, but do your best to communicate that it isn't about the other person and that it's the energies. It's not personal, it's vibrational. Beautiful picture I took in Maui, Hawaii. The water is flowing, the healing water. Water's emotion. It's flowing into the heart. So this is a time for us to take care of ourselves. Is that showing up? I don't think that's showing up because it's kind of... Listen to how quiet I am. All right, the other card is Illuminate. This is the card of clarity. The more time we spend in quiet contemplation, the more the clarity can come. And maybe it's not even about contemplation, and it's just about quiet. When you're really, really quiet, you can hear the intuitive whispers. You can hear those subtle messages coming through from your higher self. So, taking care of ourselves and being open to receiving the clarity. How do we do that? By getting quiet, having some time alone. Okay, I'm going to just quickly show you some of the themes that I felt were important because we have such a strong combination of energies all in one direction, which is that self-reflection energy. So let me pull these down real quick and see, do I need to use my displays that are new? All right, I had them set up, but now they're all mixed up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, we're gonna do this quick. I know I said it was gonna be a short live stream, and you know how it goes. Okay, the first thing that came to mind was take a step back. These are the energies now. We've got to take a step back. This is not about moving forward. Retrograde is about going backwards and reflecting. So don't force things, don't push things, don't try to make something happen, don't try to take a lot of action. Reflect, reflect, reflect. Review. Take a step back. Think it over, same thing. If you don't have to make a decision right now, don't. If you don't have to act right now, don't. Ask yourself if you are behaving from a place of inspiration or desperation. And if you're forcing yourself to be social, that's desperation. If you're not feeling it, there's a reason. There's a reason and a season, and this is the season to just get quiet and be still and to take some alone time. Keep it neutral. There isn't too much emotion this month. It's much more detached. Don't take things personally. Ask others not to take your behavior personally. Keep it neutral. Let things play out. Let the dust settle. That was one of the things that I was talking to my client about. I said, you know what? If you can tell yourself you don't have to figure this out right now and just let the dust settle, let's just get through this phase of stillness and contemplation and then see, because usually by the time we come out of the 7 energy at the end of July, we'll have more clarity and we'll be ready to take action, which is again 8 energy of August action. So keep it neutral. Don't get too caught up in the way that things are because things are not solid right now. And it was interesting that we had the earthquake feeling of things feeling very jello-y, not solid. It was very interesting. All right, seek stillness. Again, find time to unplug, to get out in nature. I have spent so much time out in nature. It's very hot here, but as soon as it gets cooler in the evening, I'm out there for like 2 to 3 hours just sitting there quietly. So find some stillness. If you can't do it outside, maybe take a bath or just sit there quietly. Turn off your phone. I haven't hardly been playing music. It's just pure quiet. So seek stillness. Find some downtime. Again, we gave a lot of energy last month when we had lots of relationship energy, and we've got a lot of action-based energies. Next month, this is our vacation month as far as rejuvenation time. So find some downtime. We've been expending a lot of energy. It's time to fill up our cup. And then incoming messages, because 7 is a highly intuitive number. So you may have noticed, if you're sensitive to energy, that sounds are amplified during 7 energy. The crickets were driving me nuts. Oh my God. And the cicadas. Everything feels amplified, like the volume goes up. I'm very sensitive to noise right now. But if you can quiet everything, you can better hear those incoming messages, which are going to, again, remind you of your priorities this month. So you can figure out what's important. And once you have a clear idea of what matters to you, the universe can respond so much more effectively, because when you have, I think I want this, but I don't know if I want this, or you have, like I say, it's like yellow and blue makes green. If you have yellow thoughts and blue thoughts, then you're going to get green. You're not going to get yellow or blue. You've got to be clear with your color. You've got to be clear with what you want. And know that the universe is only just going to reflect everything back to you. So when you're clear, you get a much better reflection. When you very strongly know what's important to you, the universe will say, got it. We've been waiting for you to get to this point. We know it's your preference, but we've been waiting for you to line up with this. And now that you are ready and open and willing to receive, because you know you're worthy of it, here you go. All right. That's it for today. If you want to book a private session with me, you can do that through the Blissful Knowing. We can work on sorting through any thoughts that are going on in your head. If you feel that clarity is something that you want an outside source for, I can help you. And really, it's not even coming from me. It's coming from your guides. I'm just a messenger. And emotional closet cleaning, we've been focusing a lot on those too lately, which is helping with the emotional detox, getting rid of all those thoughts that may be going on in your head. If you're feeling the overthinking, if you're feeling really confused, let's clear some of that out together. All right, I think that's it. I don't know that I have anything else to tell you. I'm not even going to go into any promotions that are going on. I have a couple things going on, but you've probably seen those posts, so it doesn't feel relevant at all. Anyway, I look forward to reading your comments and hearing what you guys are experiencing. Are you feeling all those different colors of your crayon box? Maybe you're not, and that's okay. If you're not sensitive to energy, that's okay. That might be a really nice thing right now. It's beautiful to be able to see all the different colors, but it does make things, can be, it's just a different experience when you feel everything so strongly. It is a different experience than back in the day when we were a little more numb to things. But I'm grateful for everything I feel. I'm grateful because the world is so much more beautiful with all these extra colors in my crayon box, and more magical. All right, guys, I don't know if I'll be back next week. I hope so. But again, with these energies, we just have to give ourselves a break and say it's okay to unplug. I would like to come back because I do enjoy doing these. I enjoy connecting with you guys. But we'll see. I hope so. All right. And you know where to find me, theblissfulknowing.com if you need me. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.